I'm gonna try to recap to the best of my abilities.
Do it. I'm going to judge you.
You will.
Last time you all gathered at home to do various things, and Marie had your haven warded against spirits and, ghouls that are not Alicia and Emir and the pigeon.
Yes, and she did it without bleeding all over the place, which I call a victory.
Just smearing the blood on the walls, but it seemed very deliberate. Oliver went to try to get a hold of the warlock. Failed, but he got the message from the sheriff that someone would call him back at some point. You also had a brief conversation with Wally, telling you that maybe he could offer a better path to what you're trying to achieve. But it's he described it as a religious path. Locally, you're just chilling in your downtime, as far as I remember, after being traumatized by a hand in the bathtub.
Oh yeah. He's doing some self-help. He's mentally and physically and emotionally recovering. Yeah.
The bathroom, which was in the room behind the wall where you found a guy chained to a cross, not a crucifix, but an actual cross, and it was chained to an altar. Emery was very curious about it. She could read the Arabic on it, but it was kind of mumbo jumbo and didn't make sense. She got a kind of phrase about protecting or deflecting the light of God or something, the mirrors of God. Very confusing. Isa said she would bring books about the subject if she had any, but her Arabic was rusty. Dave, you helped out Leo with sorting his clothes and getting them somewhere where they wouldn't stink up. And before that, you had a voice in your head who you thought was the man, and said to the others that, he could hear their thoughts, especially Luke's.
Yeah, that was totally true.
I'm just thinking here, did you guys do anything else before going to bed? I think feeding and things like that, but yeah. When you woke the next night, some of you at least, you had a case of necrosis where you were shot with the dart and figured out that, Emery, later in the night, she talked to the spy master who told her that it was something called a necrophage, a biological weapon developed by Antigen to devour dead flesh, and you guys are technically dead. And something like 4 to 6 weeks to get rid of it. When you talk to Gabriel at the Rebellious Fist to plan your heist and figure out how to do that, he also told you that maybe Martin, who is apparently a bit of a healer, might help you out, or Amelia, who was a doctor in life. Both of them are with the outcasts. I think you talked a bit about maybe doing that before the heist, but let's see if you actually do that. Concerning the heist, Emery, you got a map of the place, or at least the blueprints, and you were told about something called screamers, which apparently disrupts obfuscation. And it was a bit weird that apparently the prince had these installed, so not a normal bank. A lot of explosives were mentioned. I think Emery wanted to rig the whole fucking sewer system beneath the building to demolish it when you guys have robbed it. And I think that's the plan so far. Go in hard and leave through a hole in the floor or something. And there's only one thing on the agenda that you guys didn't decide on, and that was whether you wanted Nancy or Henri's help to kill the power. Am I forgetting something? Or is that the general... Yeah.
That's about what I remember.
You're still at the Fist, planning, getting guns from Gabriel, explosives, grenades, all these things. There's a... well, the map is laid out of the bank, or at least the blueprints. It does not seem like a huge building. There's an entrance with ATMs and a large room with the staff that works at the, not the cashiers, but I don't know what they're called. Well, you have people working in the back. In the bank, and the people who sit in the front desk, I guess. There's a small office. There is a security room, which also has a kind of a prison wall, a barred wall that leads to a stair. It's probably down to the vault. There's an office. There's a bathroom, obviously, a lunch room, and a wardrobe. But that's basically all of the rooms, and then there's the basement with 2 vaults apparently down there, according to the map at least. But you have to figure out the general layout, and Emery, you also have a map of the sewers below the bank, so you can actually plan where to plant the C4 beforehand if you guys want to do that.
I mean, the city of London is just going to have a massive cleanup here after this is all said and done. It sounds like it's going to be an infrastructure disaster.
That sounds
Water
like a
mains,
problem.
Yeah, water mains, gas mains, electric power. I mean, it's going to leave a mark. Is what I'm saying.
Gabriel looks at all of you and says, well, it's only 9, so is there anything you need to do before we kick in the door? We can go whenever you want. I think.
If you want... Oh, continue.
Oh, sorry.
We can see about shutting off utilities to, like, nearby buildings if you want.
He kind of just... He raises an eyebrow in wonderment. And asks to what purpose?
Well, I'm just thinking that where fire and gas and utilities are concerned, I only care about fucking up the prince's stuff, not anyone else's. So, like, I don't want there to be, like, a block fire. You know what I mean? I don't want the utilities to flood and destroy the nearby buildings.
No, if you can do it from down there, then be my guest. It's
You can pull it off. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm going to be putting the serious putty down there. I mean, I've got C4.
You're gonna blow out the tube and everything. There's not gonna be anything left but a crater here. It's just like the bank is literally just gonna boom fall right into the underground.
Forget the fire.
Listen, this is what we'll do. While we're on our way out there, we'll get a couple mind the gap signs, and people will.
There you go. There you go. Londoners understand that. That's a fantastic idea. I approve.
Not very sure how many people are going to actually, care about those signs, but we can try.
Well, if there's a giant hole in the ground, I think.
I think it's a fantastic idea. I wish I had thought of it, honestly.
I have been surprised this last year.
Luke, do you know any like songs on the piano, like a dirge or anything, like something like a funeral music for this building that's about to go down?
I could try to come up with something. Yeah. Usually we do that after the death of the person or place in question, but Yeah.
I feel like we could be more proactive in the situation, you know, just really, you know, it's like a going away party.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see what I can come up with here.
Gabriel says, "Do you want me to call Martin and get him here?"
If that wouldn't be too much trouble, yes, please. Now, soon,
He
before we all die.
He looks over at Josh and snaps his fingers just to wake him up, kind of, from his own world. And Josh looks over his shoulder and says, "What?" Gabriel says, "Call Martin." "Yeah, yeah." And he calls Martin. Brief conversation and says, "Oh, he'll be here in like 20 minutes. He seemed close by anyway." Gabriel says, "I don't know how much he can actually do to help you guys, but I guess it's worth a shot."
I don't be careful in case it's really contagious.
He steps back a little bit when you say it. So you guys talk to Martin and then we head over. Do a thing.
Yeah, so good.
All right, I'll go get us a bus or something. And he leaves you in the basement with Josh, who's just hammering away at his keyboard. Is there anything you want to do before Martin arrives? You have a little bit of time. It's fine.
Right, where's the basement?
Dave's just got some bottles he needs to secure and seal in bags. Just to make sure they're safe to be transported. What are we going to do if there are mortals in there? Any ideas? Ask questions first or second?
I think you should talk to them and encourage them to leave.
I'm pretty sure guns are a really big dissuaders of violence and, general populace. And just like I'm saying that, I'm like checking the gun, making sure it's properly loaded.
Oh, just checking the temperature of the room. Because if they are all there, servants of the prince, and not wanting to sort of engage with us, just checking how squeamish people were.
I mean, they don't have to know we are no one. We are just normal rovers.
Yes.
Well,
As normal as rovers can be.
According to the plan, if we don't get him, the explosion will.
Okay. I'm sure they're all really, really evil people anyway.
Right. I agree. And we don't know. We don't know anything about their morals, So
they work for a bank, but more importantly,
exactly, they're bankers, right? They're all soulless. I'm just kidding.
That's not going to make this easier. Oh well.
You hear the trapdoor open and very, very slow steps down it, and Martin walks in very slowly, just nonchalantly, like he's dancing, or there's music in his head that nobody else can hear, and just smiles to you guys warmly and says, "Hey guys, what's up? You needed help?"
Yeah.
If you didn't mind.
We're not doing so hot, yes.
People with sensitive seeing can still see the eye beneath the Rastafari hat.
This is going to be so much fun.
He looks at, I think it's Emery and Dave who are affected by this at the moment, and says, "I can try to help," and then he looks at Leo, "but I'm afraid I can only do one of you per night without harming myself."
Well, ladies first.
All right, so Emery, who's normally all dressed up, usually has her black jumper suit on that she's got prepared for this evening, but she'll roll up her sleeve and show like where it's at. So what do I need to do?
Just stand still. And he looks at it for a moment and says, "Does it hurt?" It looks really ugly. But
Yeah,
then
it's disgusting.
he puts a hand on you. You feel a warmth and like something prickling over your skin, and then it starts to heal. The necrosis goes away, and you heal 1 aggravated damage.
That's some seriously good powers you've got there.
And afterwards, he actually lets out a breath, like it exhausted him a bit. And he's not blushed, but he is very alive to look at. He actually has color in his cheeks, and he looks like a sick human.
How are you feeling, Emily?
This is good. Thank you. Thank you so much. It looks and feels much better.
I'm not sure that it's gonna cure it, but at least it helps for now, right?
Thank you so much. Be a little less obvious while walking around, even if I have my sleeves covering it up. I am fond of both of my arms, and everyone else around here, and I wouldn't want it to impact any more than it already has.
If you want a proper cure, you should maybe talk to Amelia. She's very... He smiles for a moment to himself and just says, well, she's a little bit angry and gangrely, but she did swear the oath, and I think she still abides by it. She kind of has to help people, but she will most likely require a boon.
I think it'll be worth it.
I mean, keeping the flesh on your arm? Absolutely, yeah. By the way, I've come up with a few songs. So I've got Don't Stop Believing by Journey. I've got Let It Be by the Beatles, right?
That's a good one.
I've got Dust in the Wind from Kansas. I've got Knocking on Heaven's Door. I've got Stairway to Heaven from Led Zeppelin.
Can we go all Baby Driver on this? That will be sick.
Quite a macabre selection. I can tell you're very hopeful about the resolve. About this resolving well.
I've got this. I got exactly the kind of dirge that we need for this occasion. So I can play all of them if you like. I think it'll be a good send off, honestly. So for those listening at home, you can go ahead and start playing that as kind of background music for this.
Thank you, Miller. Can we do anything for you?
Are you saying that's Martin?
Martin. Thank you, Martin.
Fine. He kind of touches his head for a bit, and you can see like a line of blood forming on the bottom of his hood, or not his hood, his hat. Like he's bleeding from his forehead.
Mm-hmm.
Marie, what did you do?
Nobody's at hunger 4 at the moment, right?
No,
Because that would be bad. I'll talk to Amelia, and you can always swing by. I think Jasper liked you, so. But well, I'll leave you guys to it, and you know where I live. He walks towards each of you and wanting to give you a hug if you allow him. He's
a bleak hug.
Okay.
Martin.
Not really a hugger. I just
It's okay, man. Just embrace the love.
No, it's all good. You personal space, right? I like my personal space. Yeah.
Right on. And then he leaves the room and climbs the the ladder very, very slowly again. He seems stoned to you guys, but maybe he's just really calm.
It's horrible. You should try. Look.
Yeah, I know. I'm there's just I'm hypersensitive to the sort of embrace sort of thing. I mean, haven't had good experiences with it, so yeah, I love you all, but at a distance, right? So look, we all saw what happened when I got too close to anything, right? You know, in that bathtub. I'm still feel that hand on my arm, so I'm just a little jittery, right? It's just messed me up a little bit, okay? So physical contact is off limits for now. I can't do it. Sorry. Nothing personal.
Josh calls out to you guys. Gabriel is upstairs with the car, if you're ready.
Bounce. Let's do this.
I assume you grabbed the bags for, explosives, weaponry, and, to carry the gold.
Yeah, you guys got the bags, right?
Yeah. And Emery would have given a layout to each person so you can see the sewer and the thing so that you don't have to rely on anything. And so she'd hand it out. She'd be like, please make note of where this is. I don't know if we'll get caught up or split up, but you have an exit and these are, and she'll show you like the basement and the what have you and the sewer. Also, if things go to plan, and why wouldn't they? I'm gonna go 4 blocks north, and that'll be the area. I guess she would like show you on a map where she would be. That would be her goal of where to pop up at for the car. Anyone have any objections to that?
No, sounds good.
No, I'm fine with that.
You get upstairs to see a large van, larger than normal. It's probably made for very heavy equipment, but it is emptied mostly, and Gabriel is behind the wheel. When you enter the car, he says to you guys, I'm gonna drop Emery and Dave off. You guys will have an hour, but please be faster because we are in the Princess Domain all this time. But an hour should be enough to rig up the explosions, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Do you need help? One minute.
Muted.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know what else there is to do. But yeah, many hands makes light work.
Alright, tagging along then.
Gabriel says, I'll just stay here in the car with the... He looks at Leo. Probably don't want to go into the sewers again, right?
Probably not.
I really don't want to either, honestly.
It's fine.
But I realize that sometimes it's necessary. I get it,
I also have the balance to jump on rooftops if I get out of a second floor window or something.
Well, we'll wait in an alley nearby, and when you guys are ready and you rigged up your things, then come back to the car and we kick in the door.
Do you all have a change of clothes so that because what I have underneath my sweatsuit, I have my normal clothes, so I'm gonna be shedding this in the sewer on the way out. That's my plan.
I mean, I think it's standard protocol that if I go into the sewer at all or any place that's slightly dirty, I'm gonna have to burn all my clothes. So I'm okay with losing the whole outfit.
I have a bag of boiler suits.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And of course, wear the masks, and he tosses you like a normal tactical pullover, just the eyes visible. Not the mouth, because that looks ridiculous. But yeah, he drives to a bit of a long way around because of Southwark. It's antigen territory, but you get to the Tower Hamlets, and you're actually close enough to see the gigantic tree building in the distance, which all of you with sense the unseen, it glows so brightly, the entire building, that you can barely look at it. It's like a giant Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And you can see the roots growing through the walls and into the ground. It looks ethereal, almost as celestial.
I've never ever seen anything like it.
And the main building and then the two around them, skyscrapers, are all covered in vines and flowers, and you're pretty sure that it's actual plants, but it's -degrees in January, and you're not quite sure how it's done. And to the public, it's probably just plastic. But
Plastic that glows.
who's going to the sewer? Emery, Dave, Marie is helping.
Yeah.
I know absolutely nothing about explosives, but sure.
You say, come on, join us.
I mean, I'm comfortable with my professionals here, so I'm going to have to burn whatever I'm wearing, but it's fine. I can follow instructions.
Well, you are given a boiler suit at least, so.
Yes. So that's good. Now, I have a question for the ST? Does the Christmas tree, the skyscraper tree, does it light up the sewers at all for us with its illustrious nature, or is it still dark in here?
No, it's just that people with sensitive seeing can see the roots, and it kind of looks like ley lines to you, Marie, which is weird. But it seems like the center of the ley lines is that building.
Yeah.
And, well, I guess Dave and Emery, you need to do a roll, and because Marie is helping with her steady hands, you get a +1 to it. And I'll just say, don't bestial failure here. That's gonna really hurt. But
we're relying on you guys.
I think
I'm sure you can get this done.
It's either a craft or a science.
Yeah,
And
science is usually demolitions.
But there's also a specialty for demolitions in craft, so I'll allow you to use both. It depending on your approach, and you can use dex or wits to this, because it is.
Well, I know none of those things, so I'm absolutely no help.
We've all seen it in the movies. You sort of shape it into things, and then you put the explosive cap into it, and then there's some sort of timer thing. So spend a little time working out when do we actually want this to detonate?
I think you have a.
Remote. That's easy then.
There's no little timer thingy, my Bob.
You can set it up however you want. If you want to give yourself a timer, then it's fine with me.
No. Remote sounds a good idea. Although a timer is a redundancy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, right?
So
with me, technology fails all the time, so always a plan B,
Question. I have a extra specialty in craft, but I don't know because it's with tools. Can I add that extra dice or no?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Okay.
So 2 hours? So we should be able to do all of this in 2 hours, just in case.
I think you're right. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Emery? 2 or 1? How quick can we do this? 3.
3's too long.
I don't feel like, we playing this in one night. I'm not really sure we are this clockwork efficiency. I would prefer not to have a timeout. We may take 10 minutes, we may take 40.
3 hours.
Yeah, we'll be fine. And without the timer, there's less excitement, and that's what this is all about. So
No!
we can synchronize watches.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If I only had a watch that worked, so.
Right. How about Emery? You do get the remote one set in. I'll set off. I'll do the timer one, and the others can just get the C4 where we need it.
Okay, understood.
There we go.
3 is fine, by the way. It's not a difficult thing to put a trigger into C4, I imagine.
Yeah.
It looks very
Dave's-
easy in the movies.
Dave's rousing as he has no skill with explosives.
I just want to be clear: is Dave making it clear that all of his knowledge is actually coming from TV and the movies?
I've watched all of
Because I could
MacGyver.
actually do this pretty well. I imagine I am like, why, Dave? Where did you think you learn? He actually.
Holy. Oh, it's
course.
not.
That's a roll.
It's not messy. I was just looking at it. Yeah.
I may I suggest something? Like both Emily and I have actually points in this kind of things. So I'm looking at Dave and I'm wait, that doesn't work like that. That looks like a movie, rip-off. And suddenly it ticks and it works perfectly. I am like, oh, how? Why? It should not work.
MacGyver.
I am marveled at the idea that
Let's say
this
his
actually works.
approach and procedure is completely wrong, but he's doing it super efficiently and fast, and he seems to be in the zone.
He's got that log energy, honestly. It's just like, just because he believes it will work, it does.
He's a mage.
3 hours on the bus.
Well, you rig up quite a large area in the sewers with explosions beneath the bank, and yes, the floor down here, or the ceiling, I guess, from where you're standing, is marble as well.
I always wanted to do this, so I am now able to check this off my bucket list. Like, I'm so happy.
But you guys get back to the car, put your masks on. I don't know how many of you are, gun in hand and ready to do this thing, but Gabriel, he looks at everyone and says, so how do you want to do this? Do you want to try to sneak in, or do you just want to kick in the door and go in guns blazing? Everyone on the
Why
floor.
not both? Why not both? Some can kick in the door, some can sneak in. Me personally, I'm more of a sneaking type.
Looks at
If
you,
you want, I
Oliver.
can go first and distract them.
Oliver kind of like Oliver already has his mask on and his suit thing on, and you just see his eyes, and he's like, it would be good to sneak in and then maybe shoot our way out. Or are you gonna make a big explosion anyway?
All
There
right,
we go.
so me and you, Oliver, we go in behind Leo. If his charm doesn't work, we get in front of him and
Yeah.
Adapt
I
to the
could-
situation.
and
I'm not really that sneaky neither.
let's try not to kill anyone. They're just people doing the job. It's a shit job, but they're doing it anyways.
And they're
They
closed
hold on.
anyway, right? Who all's here anyhow? Like, it's the security guards and things? I don't know. Late night bank?
Dave's going to nod while putting on a very, very large backpack. It's actually got quite a few wine bottles in there. Nothing will go wrong.
Molotovs. All right.
All right, so Luke he's got the black makeup all around his eyes. His eyes are oblivion black. He's got the mask and everything, so total darkness, like right all the way around. He's got the shadow cloak up. It looks super scary. Shadow cloak on top of the dark clothes. So he is just about as dark as he can be, and then he's got the soaring leap and everything else ready to go. So.
Just one second, I'm just setting this up. Who the fuck am I forgetting? Oh, Luke. It's because you're so well hidden, I can't even find your token.
Like, that's how he spends most of his missions.
The building, well, it's white marble. It's polished. It looks like it's been being washed probably daily or every other day on the actual front of the building. There are no windows at all. The building looks ancient but well maintained. The front door is made of glass, so you can see in to the ATM machines. I'll just reveal it on the map, so you guys know what I'm talking about. And the left wall is also made from very thick glass. And if you stand at a bit of an angle, you can see into the main room. Still very brightly lit marble floors. There's some pillars in there, you think. But you don't see any people At least not now. The front door is open, so people can come in and withdraw their money. But you also see, well, at least 2 cameras in here and a funny looking thing. Some weird device. This one. Oh shit. Can I not do that? There we go. I know it looks like a camera on the map, but it's probably the screamers that Emery talked about. So I think I'm gonna start with you, Leo, because you are the front man here. How do you want to approach this situation?
I'm just gonna walk in. If the door's open, that is.
Yes, it is. There's a little bell as you go in, like a store but more fancy. And well, when you actually walk in, you can see most of the main room because it is very brightly lit. See 2 people in there, security guard patrolling between the pillars, and a nicely dressed lady behind the counter. And let me see. This door right here, that's the one that leads to the basement. At least from the blueprints.
I'll activate my heightened senses and see if I can hear any more people in the building close vicinity.
Yeah. Do wits awareness.
Plus my aspects, yes.
Yes. 2. Can't map out the entire building. Where you can hear a microwave in here. So there's probably someone in there. And tapping on a keyboard from in here. But
Okay.
the walls are maybe too thick. Everything's made of marble, so. But at least 2 more people than you see at the moment.
Good to know, good to know. I'll just keep walking in. I'll activate Malopana just in case. So that my voice is alluring.
Yes. Well, the door is locked. And the guard approaches you and just kind of waves you. Like, points at a sign with the opening hours.
No, you don't understand. I need to get this done now.
I was told to just walk in.
Well, let's all go in. Why not?
Well, you're trying to get him to open the door, right?
Yeah.
I guess
Be
a
persuasive, Leo.
charisma and persuasion plus all your dice.
Oh, my everything. Let's see. How many bonuses do I have to this?
Yeah.
One,
And luckily for you, he's also into men.
2, 3, 4. I have 4 extra dice to this.
Bisexual buff is a strong in this one.
Okay, so you said charisma and persuasion?
Yeah.
Persuasion, charisma. That's 4. I'm gonna reroll.
For the people watching at home, that was 3 1s on that roll of 8, and that was 0 successes on the reroll.
Don't worry, I have
the
a backup,
whole
don't worry about
outfit and
it.
everything is getting in the way of Leo's charm.
So many. That's 10 dice.
I know. 11.
There are things you think, about the reroll.
The curse of Vaughn.
I'm gonna go back to that. Dave, what are you doing here? As Leo is trying to get him to open the door.
Dave isn't masked. He's just going to come along in and see if Leo, has he opened the door for you?
He's at least
He
on
doesn't
his
seem-
way.
He's on his way.
This
Smile.
completely soundproof from the other side. But, well, Leo's glowing to everyone that looks at him. And 3 is more than enough for a mortal.
Oh yes.
He opens the door. As this happens, well, Gabriel starts to move, pulls out his Desert Eagle. What do the rest of you guys do? Well, I'm gonna just go to Luke first. What's your intention as the door is being opened here?
Luke is in the rear with the gear. He is not. He's going to be as invisible as possible. If anything happens, he wants it all to happen away from him, and he will just quietly walk on by. He doesn't want to be up in this situation at all. He wants everyone else to draw the attention of everyone else, and then he will, like nobody special, just walk right by all the cameras, avoiding their little turning gazes and everything, and just, yeah, he will be as stealthy as he possibly can be. So whatever role you need from me, I'm ready for that. But like, yeah, he is used to just not being seen at all, so he gets away from his fans all the time.
So you want to hold back for a bit and be stealthy?
Yeah. Let them make all the noise and make all the introductions and everything like that. I am just going to be the shadow on the wall that nobody even notices.
Yeah. I guess just do a normal stealth roll here, because your cloak is super weird in here because it's so goddamn bright that it would just look like
bright light.
Yeah, it is actually quite uncomfortable for you.
Bright light.
But you can still hide in your normal fashion.
Yeah.
as you said,
No,
avoiding
I'm
the
still
things.
good with that. It's just all this damn light is so irritating. That's okay.
That's Luke. Marie, what do you want to do as the door is being opened?
So once Gabriel is going in, I'm like, yes, persuasion is done. I will have to, with the mask on and everything, join as well, pull out the gun, and basically I am looking more of an intimidating way of things. I want to, dissuade them from answering back or warning anyone. Basically, I want to make sure everyone is on their knees immediately, or just letting us do our thing, appear dangerous as a group.
Yes, you can do an intimidation roll
Perfect.
to see how terrifying this gentle little Tremere girl can be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
When she
that
wants to
is 6 successes.
6. Well, Luke is gone. I don't know how he does it, but he's gone.
Coercion will work as a specialty here, right?
Yes. Emery, outside you have prepared yourself and you are assuming you're turning off the CCTV on the street. I remember you mentioning that at least. But what else is your intention as people are running?
I want to. How many people are in the lobby?
Well, it seems like right now, I don't know what Oliver's intention is, but everyone but Luke is storming in.
No, I mean people that didn't come with our group, like employees that are with the bank.
You see 2. I don't know if Leo has said there is at least 2 more. He could have.
I haven't mentioned anything.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And did anybody use Sense the Unseen to see if anyone was hidden in there?
Don't think so.
I don't have it.
I don't think that I have it either. No, I do actually have it. I think what she would do, she would be torn between doing Sense the Unseen to see if there was anything that nobody else picked up on. But also she would want to cloud memory the individuals that are in there that she does see before going in. Like, you saw nothing.
gonna be hard to get in front of everyone. But you can
What?
move to.
What's the door made out of?
The same kind of. You think it's bulletproof glass or something with a metal frame. But it is open at least, and well, you wanna walk in and do some confusion to someone, so I'll have that as your intention for now.
Might you, maybe there'd be an opportunity to tell them to forget after they walk in? Or
Oh, it's
I don't know.
definitely possible.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like once
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
everyone's in.
That way you don't have to get in front of everybody. You can just kind of walk in last and go, you didn't see anything.
Yeah, that's my intention. My intention is
Yeah.
to be last in, but also
Yeah.
to not memory it.
Yeah. And Oliver, what's your intention here? Do you want to keep up with Gabriel, or do you want to hang back as everyone is storming inside?
He's gonna follow along with Gabriel, kind of surprised that the guy even came a little bit, because he's been kind of like dogging, like the anarchs a little bit. And I think I even said like last session, like, oh, we're gonna take the fall for this for you, because someone got under your skin. I think he said something like that. But seeing that the guy's actually front lines and he's going right in, he's gonna run in with him and just follow his lead, whatever he does.
Yeah. Well, Gabriel and Marie and Oliver, I think you kind of push past Leo. Gabriel shoots, well, the ceiling. Marie is yelling, "Get down on the floor," and being quite terrifying. And Oliver acting, well, imposing as well. Lucas,
I think Oliver would run at the receptionist, like run across the room.
Yeah. You aim
Because
with the gun, or just trying to get there?
Just straight at her without, he's not armed.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a gun.
I mean, that's a pretty scary thing. Oliver running right at her full speed.
He's running. He's gonna linebacker her. He's gonna jump across the desk and tackle her.
Well, the security guard is not armed with a gun. He has a baton, but that's about it. And he's not about to sacrifice his life for a shitty job. So he gets down on the floor and, puts his hands on the back of his head. The lady behind the counter who's being charged, she also just lays down flat on the floor. She has probably pushed something. I think, Oliver, you hear the click and you do.
Yeah, that was what he was
Leo.
hoping to prevent. That's why he was running. It's like, fuck. That makes
Emery,
sense.
all the screamers, they don't scream, but they have started to blink.
Oh no.
And there's one here. One here. And weirdly enough, all the cameras are kind of blinking as well, like they're going in and out, but that's probably just Luke. And
Speaking of that, while everyone's rushing around, Dave's just going to be using spray paint,
yeah,
colouring in the cameras. And
Nice.
what are the blinkers? Do they have screens? Do they have sensors? Do they have...
it's just a black box with a little light, kind of. You don't see any. They have sensors, and you can.
Something technical. Let's bludgeon them with something big and heavy like a chair.
Yeah, fair enough. At least you all move into the bank, and a man comes out here. He does not see you, Luke. And
Luke's just like behind the door.
looks around the room and yells, "Do you know whose money you're fucking with?"
Dave's spraying Prince Kairos on the wall.
But he does look at Oliver and the rest of you guys in there and decides that maybe it's just a good idea to get back into the office, unless you want to stop him, Luke. He has not seen you.
All right.
Or just let him go back in.
Then,
Ooh. Okay, Marie, are you wanting to say something?
I mean, basically, I wanted to yell at him so that he stops. But at a distance, and shooting will be pretty dangerous probably, and will not net the best result. So basically, the only thing I can do is at most distract him so that you have a better shot, I think, because he's probably not going to listen to me.
Well, if you aim a gun at him, he is definitely
that's the
going
thing.
to listen to you and just lays down flat on the floor. Like the receptionist.
So, while I am doing this, I would like to actually be on the lookout for wards specifically, in case Trimmer have actually warded this bank with anything I can see or I can sense. Basically, I'm, dealing. You all ship dips better shut up, listen and comply, or you are getting a new shot at life. And I'm like pointing at everyone, making sure everyone is silent, everyone is on the ground, and then meanwhile, just checking for any kind of ward that maybe is kind of obscured out the doors or whatever.
Leo's gonna turn around and look to Emery and just go, "There's a computer in there, sweetheart," and point to the office.
So the guy, the security guard that came out of the room there, he's on the ground now. Do I understand that right?
Yeah, everyone in the main room is flat on their stomach.
Okay. Well, then Luke isn't going to go and do anything. He's just going to watch everything.
I forgot to add a door here, but there is one. Emery, do you wanna go to his the manager, I guess, his office?
I guess I could. I could, yeah.
Just gonna move you.
Get in there nice and deep, like.
Gabriel yells out, points at this door, says, "Dave, Leo, check the rest." Because Marie is, well, kind of in the middle of the room, and
exactly. I'm making sure anyone is moving or doing anything weird.
Is the door over here? Is it made out of glass? Like,
oh, it's just a wooden door,
and it's not open.
Nope.
I'll just walk over and open it.
Yeah. Well, it opens into office. Seems that there's no one in here. You don't hear the microwave in here anymore.
Did it go off like the little ding?
Yeah, but you hear slight whimpering. Oliver, the lady on the floor, is well, she's still on her stomach, but she's holding up a key ring with the keys to you.
And let's see. So Oliver is going to grab her by like the back of her. I imagine it's like, I don't know, like a suit jacket or something like that. He's basically gonna pick her up and look her in the face, and he's gonna say, "I know you pressed the button. I heard it. You're going to undo what you just did, right now. And if you don't know how, you better figure out a way to do it."
I can't. It's, well, it's protocol. I have to do it, and you triggered all the senses. You are one of the special people we were warned about, I guess.
And
please don't kill me. I just work here.
And Oliver, when she says the special people, Oliver kind of gets this like glassy look in his eye, and he's gonna break her neck, and he's gonna take the key, and he's gonna throw it to Leo.
Well, you get a stain.
I get a stain.
You get a stain.
I'm going straight to the bottom. It's happening.
I'm glad we all had that chat at the start.
What chat?
Does anyone have a conviction that's very much against this and want to air a?
I mean,
maybe this is not the time and place for it.
Well, as Dave steps through that wooden door, and let's have a look at this door over here.
Not used to getting stained.
Here's the thing: we have a canonical principle that don't have innocence as a wall.
I'm not used to
Oliver
getting
doesn't
stains.
care.
How do I do it? How do I
You
do it?
make it so it's splashed out.
This is not Vaughn. I'm not used to playing this asshole. How do I do it?
I think that as far as we can see it, I think it will be a group stain because of the chronicle tenet.
I
didn't
saw
do
the
it.
Chronicle 10.
Oh, is that how you do it? It's at the end? Okay.
Yeah, because the amount of open spaces, or not crossed, or whatever you want to call it, is the amount of dice you have to remorse. You would always have one, because if you start to go into, well, your actual humanity, you start to go into degeneration, and that's not fun.
No, it's very fun.
As I said, this is very different than Vaughn, so I'm
You're not
like...
playing JK this time, okay?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, stop.
Just remember, the more you lose, the less you care.
Exactly.
Dave, you open the door to there's a lady. Her back is turned to you. She's kind of going through coats and very fast to find something, you think. But when the door opens, she looks around and puts her hands up and says, "Please don't kill me," and gets down on the floor.
Hands behind your back.
She goes down flat on her stomach.
Reach into the coat. Go down.
It's a phone. She's trying to get a hold of.
No. Dave reaches into his coat and pulls something else out.
Yeah.
So, zip tie the hands. Put a small glass bottle down with a rag hanging from it by her face. Like, be quiet, and we don't need to light it. Oh, right. Other doors?
Well, she's keeping very still at the moment. The last here, it's oh shit. Roll 20. It's a break room and a large toilet.
Oh, kick down the doors.
There we go.
That's a bathroom.
You have 4 people incapacitated. Oliver, you were going through the door, right?
He gave me the keys.
Yeah, after he did it, he threw the keys, and I imagine like Leo like caught it like deftly or something.
I don't need these, and I'll just
throw them back. Okay. Then, yeah, he'll go through the door. He'll
do a wisdom awareness. You're pretty
nice.
With your aspects on top.
This I can do.
3. 3 is fine. As you're about to, well, open the door, you hear it from the other side. This definitely is a shotgun being, well, armed, loaded. What's the word for it?
Take it and keep walking, Oliver. That'll be scary as shit.
But yeah, you're prepared. There's someone on the other side, and apparently they have a gun.
Damn it, this is gonna be so fucked up after everything I've done. He's gonna pick up the woman's corpse and then puts it in front of him and runs through.
All right. Well, you open the door. The shot goes off.
it's full body armor.
Rose, she screams, and the manager also kind of whimpers a bit. There's blood and viscera going all over Oliver and the wall. The woman is missing most of her face, and the security guard in here is loading his double-barrel shotgun again. What do you want to do, Oliver? You have
He's gonna leap on him and just like with potent just beat him until he's done.
Yeah, well, you can do a from cat hairs all over. Brawl and strength to tear this guy to shreds.
This is a very different vampire than I've played before.
But that's what you signed up for. Like, you
past,
wanted this guy.
I just seduce people. That's what I did.
I know.
That's my job.
Oh man, I feel bad.
No, you're evil now. Go with it.
Join the dark side.
Me in the other room thinking, this is going neat. No innocent harm so far.
I'm going to use
One of
willpower for 3 of them.
Yeah,
of course, can't be allowed to leave.
That's 4 total.
Yeah, your Ravnos would be so mortified at this point.
You have lethal body, correct?
Yes.
Well,
Oh
You
my
do tear him.
You just went all
to
Mortal
shreds.
Kombat on him.
God. Shit.
Well, you don't get a stain for this guy because he shot at you. So, you could argue that he is attacking
I'm
you.
innocent.
It was self-defense, I'm sure.
Yeah. But your hands go through his chest, and you kind of just rips him in two from the collarbones. The head is severed.
Luke is just right behind him going,
God.
oh my god.
Yeah, he turns around and he looks at Luke and he's covered in blood.
You're covered in blood,
he just-
brains, and
He's like,
Scary, man.
he looks back at the guy covered in shadow. He's like, we need to keep moving. Oh my
Next.
god.
Whatever you say, Oliver.
Oh my god.
while this is going on, Emery, in the manager's office, is there anything specific you want to do there? You can see all the cameras in here, which is pretty neat.
Yeah. Do I have my my thumb drive?
Definitely.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna put that in.
Yep. Putting in a Trojan and
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna blow it up, but maybe if they like have the system, it'll be in there. You know?
we'll have a server somewhere.
Yeah, so it'll go somewhere, do something. So I'm gonna do that. That takes about 10-ish, 15 minutes. And so then she's going to see if she can't set the cameras on a loop so that it's just like recording from an hour ago.
I like that. That's smart.
You can definitely tamper with it. Most of them are not showing anything right now because Dave has spray painted them or trashed them with chairs and things like that. But
But still, that'd be awesome. Like if you can do that.
definitely tamper with the footage, or at least try to. You can do a tech and intelligence roll.
Yeah.
Marie, what do you want to do as Oliver is tearing through people and you hear gunshots and
I think I'm. So here's the thing: we have been here for a handful of minutes. So far it's going well, but I know there's people that can do really scary stuff in this world. So I'm starting to prepare, and while I keep looking for anything weird, with sense scene, someone with obfuscate, some kind of portal that's waiting to open, some word, I'm going to activate Blood of Potency to be better prepared for the future.
yes, do the rounds.
Basically, basically I'm making sure the entrance is completely warded, and if possible, I would like to keep keep listening in case I hear sirens or cars parking up.
Yeah. Well, you need to do 2 rolls, one for your Blood of Potency and an Intelligence and Aspects to look for wards.
Okay, and can I just take half for the Blood of Potency?
Yeah, you just need to go above a difficulty.
3.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, because I have 6 dice, so it's totally fine.
Yeah.
What was the other roll?
Intelligence and Aspects to look for wards.
All right. Yes.
What did you want my role to be for resetting the cameras back?
Intelligence and technology, and you get your specialty on top, of course. But unless I'm misremembering, don't you have hacking?
Yeah. So that would be a total of 7 dice. Would taking half be enough?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take half.
All right. I'm re-rolling this 3 days.
What's for you in those insane messy crits?
I really don't want to.
Marie is always just riding the bleeding edge of control. Like
That's so
she's
good.
just always ready to like pop,
Holy
So
shit. 9 critical. God damn.
Please, not another then.
that's a 9 messy crit for everybody watching at home.
No,
so.
it's the crit. So I have 1, 3, 4. It's a 6 with a messy crit. So yeah,
That's so good.
I am really really aware of everything. Too aware, I will say. Like the blinding tree on the distance is blinding me right now.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's all the blood and viscera in the air. You feel like you see through the entire building. There's nothing magical in here.
Oh no.
But
Please the stain.
I see everything.
maybe it's the approach you had when you went in, the angry intimidation, but you definitely feel the beast coming out and that hunger rising within you. You can spend the willpower to get the fuck out of here. Otherwise, Mr. Security Guard is gonna be lunch.
So
Do it!
Alright, I am fencing automatically then. See if I understood right.
Beast.
Yes, you frenzy unless you want to spend that willpower to remove yourself from all the blood and viscera, basically.
Alright, yeah, 100%.
Yep. So you just have to go in here, basically, because there's so
And
much.
just kind of like throw yourself against the wall, like, I'm not gonna eat anymore.
Marie, watch this one in here.
Alright, so I'm going to be watch out for them. Well, I'm saying really angry and growling, not saying names at Leo and Gabriel, and just getting the hell out of there to whatever he's telling me.
Gabriel jumps the counter, enters the room, looks at you, Luke, and says, "What the fuck, Oliver?"
He just kind of like. he looks like he looks at himself for the first time, and he's just like, I just
Oops.
she knew.
We'll figure it out later. It's just bankers. They're soulless.
Oh shit!
Leo, are you watching the security guard? Is that the
Yeah.
thing right now? Yeah.
Is he still standing up?
Oh, he's on the floor. The
Oh.
head on hands on his head and just flat on the stomach.
So how do you lock the entrance door? I'm just gonna ask him.
Key card. He hands it to you without even looking.
Thank you very much. And Leo will go over to the door and just beep it locked.
Oliver and Leo, you do start to hear sirens.
Sirens, y'all!
We better hurry.
Well, Marie, you come in here to watch Catherine. What is your intention, Dave? Are you gonna just spray paint the fuck out of everything, or are you...
I'm gonna make my way over to the vault and leave a bottle with every morsel and have a quick chat. Zip tie their hands, bottle by the head, move and we won't need to light it, and then make my way over to the vault.
Yeah. I'm gonna reveal the downstairs area. I assume Luke, Oliver, and Dave, you're going down there with Gabriel.
Yep, with Oliver and Gabriel leading the way, Luke right behind him just watching the carnage. Because Luke is fully expecting Oliver to tear other people in half. Anybody who gets in his way, really.
I'll just say this much. When I made this character, I was thinking of, you know, in Lord of the Rings, those armored trolls
Oh,
that
yeah.
break in through the wall. I was
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like, I want to make that the vampire version of that.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
wanted to
And that's
do.
what he is, too. He is just a monster. He's going to go, boom.
I don't have the armor yet. I'm working on that, but someday I will. That's the goal.
You come downstairs to see a mostly empty room. There's a table there, probably for people that needs to go through their personal vault or cases. There's no cameras down here or anything. The northmost room is, well, the personal storage boxes, and in here you just see gold bars upon gold bars stacked. Well, you don't see that. That's a vault door. This one is a... what is it called? A cage door, a jail door, a bar door, whatever you want to call it. And Gabriel moves to the vault, tries to grab hold of it, and then he screams like bestial, deep roar from all the way down his stomach. You hear the roar from downstairs, everyone upstairs. And he actually manages to pull the vault door out of the marble, and you see the stone crack. And he just tilts it towards the wall, where you can see he's straining every muscle in his body, and probably using a bit of potence as well.
A bit.
I don't know how heavy a vault door is, but this is a Superman
Oliver would
move.
run over and help and try and help out a little bit, but clearly he actually doesn't help much. Like, he's a pretty
Teamwork.
strong guy, but like Gabriel's like, whatever benefit he's giving Gabriel is not much, because Gabriel is so much stronger.
He puts the bags to fill the gold in on the floor, and he tears this one open as well. Just kind of removing the door really easy. And then he moves and just starts to hammer down into the floor, digging his way through the marble with his fists. And while that is going on, what do the rest of you guys do down there? Just fill up and get
Oliver's
up,
gonna
or-
run in and he's gonna start just piling in gold bars into different bags.
Luke has.
Dave's going to make room in his bag by taking all of the thermite out.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Luke is gonna. He's got one bag because Luke isn't all that strong, and so he's gonna take a couple bars, but he's more interested in the personal items over here, like the whatever maybe like in the little safes here. So yeah, a little of both. And who knows? Maybe these things in here will be a little bit later.
You want to go into the personal? Just
Yeah.
random?
Yeah, well, see if anything interesting is in there. I mean, obviously, maybe just be certain things like documents and things like that, I'm sure. But, like, I don't know. Like, who knows? Maybe somebody's got some. I mean, this is a kindred bank, So maybe
It's,
there's some kind of occult artifacts or something in there.
Like a sword.
We don't
Yes,
have to,
exactly.
you don't have the keys for them, but you definitely think you can get them open later. But they're just these rectangular small boxes that you can
I would
pull
like
out.
to. I would like to try. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I could do that.
You probably need your potence
Sure.
to tear them open.
I don't want to tear them open. Like, if there's a way to jimmy them open, like, I can do
Oh,
that.
yeah, with larceny, definitely.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Get some dexterity and some larceny in there. Gonna rouse the blood, just give myself a little bit of a boost. Pop these safes open, no problem. And that's a success. Gonna have some fun.
Yeah. You are doing the rest of you upstairs. Well, you
That's not
hear the noise coming from downstairs, definitely.
That's not bad. That's 4 successes.
4. Well, you go through as many as you can, because this is just a
Yeah.
5-minute thing. The police are gathering outside, Leo. You can see that, and I assume you're hiding yourself away just a little bit so they can't shoot you. If they can shoot through this glass, you don't think they can, but just in case.
I'll just start dragging the security guard towards the vault.
Yeah. What are you doing, Marie? You can't see or you can hear some of them, but and you definitely hear the sirens and the megaphone of the typical "come out with your hands in the air."
All right. So the thing is that as much as I don't want to harm this lady and everything, I can just let her go. So I'm going to coerce her into, not physically, I'm not grappling her, but basically I'm doing walk up, go this route, and basically I want to slowly lead her to this entrance, mainly because if I get trapped in here, I am in for trouble. So I would like to be on the room with several exits. Now,
When you start to
Here's
touch her, she says, "I can't move. It'll blow my head off." And you see a little thing next to her head. Dave has apparently rigged something to her.
Oh my god.
It's
Shall I
dangerous,
do
let
a
me tell you.
technology rolls to know if I could actually disarm it?
Yeah.
What happens if you cut the string, Dave?
Nothing. It's just if they were to move and pull, and you pull the string, there's a tiny little flame on the bottle with the petrol and the styrofoam and the.
So it's nothing lethal.
You can cut the string. Just don't pull the string.
If you pull the string, she'll burn.
But you won't. You'll be safe.
Yeah, but I want her to be safe. That's the thing. Will I know about this with any kind of role, like maybe it's technology, science, I don't know, craft?
Maybe it's best if you just leave her where she is.
It would be incredibly obvious that Dave is not very high tech.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean,
Then I'm just going to settle in. Okay, then you better not move. And I'm going to basically make, I want to make sure she stays there just in case she didn't catch the meaning with, whatever David planting her. And I'm going to start grouping up with the rest.
yeah.
With
Well,
Leo.
she's definitely not moving because she thinks her head is gonna blow off if she does. Come out. You see Leo moving through the room using the security guard as a meat shield. You also see the police outside. And when you start to move to the door, Leo, you hear the fast clicking from inside the manager's office. It seems like Emery is doing her thing, but maybe she's not aware of what's happening outside.
Pigeon, there are people outside.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
Okay, lovely. And then
Are they important people? Why are we concerned about the people? There's people everywhere.
cops
Mm,
with
that's-
guns.
So I think that we should probably make our exit that we had previously discussed.
Yeah, I think so too.
How many people can she see, or did she see that are like on the ground inside there?
In the building?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, all of them except the security guard that Leo is dragging. I mean,
It's like a dozen, 5, 20.
Huh?
Like how many is it like 20 people, 10 people, 5 people? How many would you say?
There's 5 in the bank. And, well, this person turned into 2 people because he was ripped in half. And, well, she's dead on the floor. Her head is, well, reversed. Looking at the ceiling, but she is lying on her stomach.
Sucks to suck, I guess. So, okay, so it's not going to be like mass casualties. Like, is there any? Okay, so I need to get out. I need to go. I need to figure out where that the new entrance to the sewer below the bank will be behind that door.
Yeah.
Because they've now successfully like rerouted the cameras, erased it. So the only thing that they can go to is like an hour ago before we got there. I'm gonna take my USB part, put it back in my pocket, and then I'm going to get whatever tool I have to try to get into the sewer from the basement, I guess.
Right. Can I?
Sorry, go ahead.
Basically, while she's doing this, while I'm hearing the footsteps starting to close in, I would like to, if needed, shoot in order to make it more, believable. But basically, I want to scare them off, as in we have people here trapped. Basically.
Well, it's very soundproof and people can't hear anything, but you can definitely see them. They're aiming guns at you, but they can see that you have hostages. They're not storming inside the building, at least. So I think they just follow normal procedures.
Yeah, all
In
right.
case of a hostages. I just wanted to ask Leo, as you're going downstairs, do you leave the security guy up here?
Oh, I was planning on being a bit more malicious before going downstairs.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna make, like, if the security guard has any sort of glasses on, I'll take them off. And then I'll just tell him, I need you to forget what I look like. And then I'll turn him around so he's facing the door and can't see any of this. So I'll use Cloud Memory on him.
Yeah. And you move downstairs?
Yeah, then I'll just hopscotch downstairs.
Yeah.
I just skip down.
Well, Luke is looking through private boxes. Oliver is filling gold. Gabriel is punching the floor. What are you doing, Dave, at the moment?
I'm just spreading around thermite.
Yeah.
For what we can't take with us.
Inside the vault? Yeah.
Just spreading around this highly dangerous, very flammable material.
When you're going into the safety deposit boxes, you've got these bottles you could pour in, so we can get rid of anything that's left if you want.
He says, he just kind of reaches out a hand, like, you know,
I also forgot, I gave him back his key card.
Yeah. Well, you get downstairs. There's still bags being filled, but you're doing it very swiftly. All of this is happening within a 10-minute time span, at least. And Gabriel manages to get through the marble. And now it's just concrete and bricks. And a whiff of sewer enters the room. He pulls out a hand grenade from his jacket and tosses it up the stairs. Basically to destroy this room. Because, well, Oliver and Leo, you can hear, they are storming the building now. That you're not right up against the hostages. But there's a hole in the floor, and at least a couple of bags filled. They're heavy as fuck, because a gold bar is 12.5 kilos. Or like 25 pounds each.
That's what I said. Luke's got one bag.
Yeah.
He took a couple bars.
But there is a hole that you can leave through, jumping into the sewers.
Is there any? Well, I guess I already made my roll, but I was gonna say, is there any way for me to see if there was anything special in those safes, or I just kind of smash and grab whatever I could.
I'll figure out a list at some point. I know what you're going for, at least special things, so it's not like special panties or a pen from Mother or some shit.
I mean, it would be very interesting to open up the safe and see a pair of special panties.
There is definitely one, but you're looking for a kindred related things, right? There is that kind of memorabilia that does not really have any value, but yeah.
I would like to make sure, if possible, see if I'm not interrupting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Basically, in the first place, just making sure in my senses, certain scene, sense to scene, I'm sorry, see anything in this room, as in some kind of ward that could be a tracker ward or some kind of protection of any kind.
No, you miss a crit, but you look through the entire building. There's nothing magical in any way, shape, or form in the side of this building.
And you're yelling, and you don't do anything funny, dumb fucks. We still have hostages, and we can turn them into freaking confetti. You hear me? And I'm basically keeping the chat. I am trying to make sure they have to work slowly. We are throwing grenades. We are menacing them with having more people. And after what we have done to some of them, it should be at the very least something to respect. I'm basically just keeping the chariot while leaving this place.
Yeah, and Gabriel just demolished the room with a grenade as well. And thermite, but well, he looks at you guys and said, "Just jump in and grab what you can." And well, he takes about 6 duffel bags over his shoulder filled with gold bars, and waits
Eyes of
for
machine.
I guess Oliver to. I imagine you cannot carry as much, but it's around 2 or 4. I think you can carry as well, Oliver. You're pretty beefy. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Oliver, you're muted.
My bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, he has about like 3, and he's going to toss like a couple others to like some other people so that, you know, distribute it a little bit. But he's got 3 on his back, so.
Would Emery be able to, before leaving, grab one of the screamer devices?
Definitely. They're spray painted, but you can grab it.
Yeah, she'll grab that. She'll try to look at the tech to see what they are. Maybe get some for our own haven.
Yeah. Definitely. Will you get into the sewers?
Luke, before they jump in, pats Marie on the back and says, I really loved your impression there. Like, you're really getting in the role. I can appreciate that.
She seems a bit on edge. Maybe it's all the blood and viscera that's on Oliver. But was stepping over corpses torn in half.
Before jumping down, I like to throw my voice up through the hole. And I think I have to rouse for that.
I think you do too as well.
Yes, I do.
You can make it come from anywhere you want.
Anywhere I can see.
Yeah, but you kind of have sonar
Fair.
with your heightened senses, so I'll allow it to be within the building at least.
Oh, then I'll just place it around here. And
Sorry.
then as I jump down, I'll just start saying, I recommend walking out now. You have probably like 10 seconds. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. Well, you don't know what's going on upstairs, but you can. Yeah, again, Oliver and Leo, you have super ears, so you can hear people running out, and other people wearing heavy armor and combat boots running into the bank. But yeah, you're deterring them as you're jumping into the sewers. Are you just gonna scatter in all directions, or is Emery leading the way out of here?
I mean, she told everyone ahead of time. She gave everyone a map, and she had told everyone, like, hey, we need to meet 4 blocks north, I think I said.
Yeah.
So she would have given a direction like that so we could pop up, and so...
Yeah, well, you're all together, at least at the moment. You also start to hear in the streets a protest. Many people screaming loudly at, governmental bullshit, as they call it, and fuck the oppressors and that sort of thing. And fire trucks arriving as well, probably with water cannons. But you managed to get in. You're not running fast at the moment because you are carrying heavy goods, most of you anyways. But
Could I just a quick note? Oliver is soaking blood right now, or did he throw the clothes? No, because if he's still clothes, I basically, while we are moving, I am using the level 1 discipline block sorcery power to slowly take it off angrily. Like, how did you do that? And why?
I acted on instinct. I'm not gonna make any
Instinct.
apologies.
When
What's
I
out
act
of
on
you?
instinct, I bought 1 cup of chocolate more than usual. I did not do this.
It was all in self-defense.
You played your role and I played mine. And we got out of there, and he kind of like lifts the pack of like 3 bags of gold. I call it a success.
I can't wait to count it, Gabriel says.
Also, can somebody blow up the building now? We're far enough away, aren't we?
We have to wait.
How long has it been since we set the charge?
1 hour and 10 minutes.
Got time, but we have the redundancy plan. So Dave, you have the detonator, right? You You can just set this whole thing up whenever you like, right?
No. I did the time charge.
Oh, I know. I thought we did both. Like the redundancy.
No. Emery's got the detonator.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, an explosion.
Dave doesn't get the button while we're still in the building, at
Dave
least.
doesn't trust Dave with the button.
Just so we're clear.
The innocents are out, except for the one that Dave like bombed.
Sorry?
I hear really well.
I didn't bomb anything or anyone.
The lady said she was gonna explode if she moved.
She was just confused.
The gaslight.
Sure, Jan.
No pun intended.
This is why you don't have the button.
I love it.
When I
She's
got
just
into the
confused.
room, she was reaching for her phone. She had a gun. She was... All I could do to sort of pin her to the ground and secure her. If she didn't move, she wouldn't have gone up.
Well, I appreciate you, Dave, and your continued effort to make sure that people are subdued. I wasn't there to do it, so I'm glad that you were able to help us out.
Did
I'm
you
sure
see
she
it on the
got out safely.
camera?
Wait, did she go up in flames? Did that happen?
No.
Did she-
I'm sure she got out safely.
So my thought process is that I don't want to detonate it right now. I want them to clear people out, think that they've only lost a little bit, and then kind of sneak back in a few hours. Make them think that they've only had minimal losses and then come back. Close enough to, and then really hit them, you know?
They're probably gonna see all the explosives when they see the hole in the floor and start investigating the sewers, so it wouldn't wait too long, Gabriel says.
Well, the vault's kind of on fire.
That too.
The what? Oh, the vault's on fire?
I left my backpack there and the thermite,
Oh,
so it might take
Okay.
a while to put that out.
A while. This thing that burns no matter what you throw on it.
And all
I
of her
appreciate
facility.
Thermite
Oh.
burns at 220, which is 2,200, which is more than gold.
Yeah.
So they'll have a puddle.
I
That
appreciate
puddle's
your
going to go down
commitment.
into the sewer.
You
Do
eventually
we
get
see
to
fire behind us?
I think you probably heard the thing going off. I imagine it sounds like a what the fuck are they called? Like a
Firecracker?
blowtorch.
Yeah. Oh, yikes.
We get to a large storm drain down here, and there are grates that you can walk around into different pipes. It's obviously not a place you've been before, but Emery, you start to see signs of NOS. So you have probably moved north, maybe into the Nosferatu Primogen's domain. But you're not going towards the Thames, at least. I want to ask before we break, where are you guys headed with all this gold? Are you going home? Are you going to the Fist? Are you going somewhere else? What's the plan
Straight
here?
home.
The person who gave us the mission, can we go back to their haven?
Yeah, Gabriel is going there anyways, but...
We just go to
Yeah.
Gabriel's.
That would just be the fist, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he also has a vault, so...
A lot of good that did the prince, of course, but you know.
Well, the good news is, he said this is just one of his vaults.
Wait,
Now,
Right.
now look how smooth that went.
And honestly, like, out of character, he's gonna be more pissed that somebody broke into the bank than what he lost.
Now we've got some experience of doing, and we'll just do the rest.
Yeah, right.
You manage to get out of the sewers, and Josh is waiting for you in a car. Hey guys, had fun?
No.
It was a blast. I mean, Oliver ripped a guy in half.
We deserved it.
Talk about that.
That sound is very interesting.
Oliver just doesn't say anything. He just loads the gold onto the back of the vehicle.
Luke is just holding his little bag to his chest, like just holding on to it.
Fine.
Gable, he starts jumping really far, about 25 meters into the air, up to a building and yells down, Emery, come on, push it. I want to see it go down.
Who's this street?
Should we pull a straw? Like, who wants to push the button? I don't have to push the button. I just.
Luke does it.
Leo will just take it.
Nothing happens.
Leo,
Damn it!
Leo, do you?
This always happens to me.
Why is it so unfair?
Here, Luke, I got it.
She will hand it to Leo. She'll be like, I trust you.
Oh, don't worry. I have never done this before.
There is obviously a very large bang and a dust cloud, and it sounds like someone just dropped a missile on top of the building. And there are sirens to begin with, so that's not the new thing here. But people start to scream everywhere because they probably see this as terrorism. But you guys, you head away. Gable is yelling very loudly from the top of the building. He's super excited about this. This definitely does something to his inner Bruja, and he leaps down to you guys and just smiles and said, "Let's get the fuck out of here. Job well done. Can't wait to count the money." How do you convert gold? And then he gets into the car.
You get the envelopes, the cash my gold. They advertise. You can just send it to them, and then they'll send you back the cash.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm gonna Rumpelstiltskin this gold.
But heading back to the...
I just want to stay asleep. Already.
It's only 10.
It's only then.
This is all a little much for Marie, though.
Can we do it again?
No.
Oh, I'd love to.
Should probably
This is two
lay low
successes.
at least for a couple of hours.
This is 2 successes for our coterie. I'm just saying. Like, we did the whole university job. We've done the bank job. We're unstoppable.
Couple hours? Will it be a couple of months, please?
We could go back to the Sabbat.
The
We
who?
do exactly the same, exactly what we did here there.
No, he's nice.
No, he's not.
No. Well,
Your definition
Your
of nice and my
definition of nice
definition of
is
nice, they're not
different.
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.